field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Got his man quickly. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Looking downfield on first down. Going downfield for the big play. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Tulane right back to the line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Looking to fire. The screen, and watch out. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. They'll leave it with him. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Tulane.
Yeah, now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Chang. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And the Trojans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
The Trojans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they've got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. A strike downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's take a minute and think about Tulane. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, you know, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
On fourth down, going to the air. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got him downfield. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Holding. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. On the set. A third down try for the offense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the defense makes it play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Let's go! Use the play fake. Now to throw. Gets it out quickly. On the move at the 30. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Tulane right back to the line. Throws it out in space. He hauled that one in and got it down to It's 2nd and 5. Here comes the option. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Green Wave! Fitted in the window for the score.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
That's caught. It's Chang. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. Snap to the back. The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Using the quick game. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. And the Trojans are flying down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's McGuire. There he goes. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Gets it out fast. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield.
Touchdown, Trojans! A great catch and run for 6.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Kentucky. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Tolzien. Oh, he's got some space. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Handoff to the single running back. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. Tulane right back to the line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it. Into the end zone.
This offense is clicking. They've been doing it all in the first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty.
Got it. Here we go.
Leaves it with the back. Couldn't find any room at all, and he'll lose 7 on the play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. They're working that left side. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Here's a heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Trojans will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll take it on the return. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you?
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Tulane right back to the line.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Gives it on the option. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a first down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening, he went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now, throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The play action fake. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Wide open downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Now from inside the red zone. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Under fire. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Tulane now facing 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Burrows.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start getting a lot of pressure.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Trojans will hustle to the line.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a 1st down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Quick step and go. There he goes. Inside the... And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, USC.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback. Right?
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Tulane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Looking for a gap. It's McGuire. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. They pick up of 6. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. On first down from their own 22. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Chang. All the way out to the 37-yard line, it's a gain of 15.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC. But this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. Trying play action. Fires to the middle. Got a man, it's Burrow. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Sends it back in motion. Caught behind the line. It's Burrow. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Defense.
You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Takes it from the gun on third down. He's got an open man. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown,
This guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Got a little space, and brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Off play action. Unloads it downfield. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Tulane right back to the line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Tolzien. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Trying to pound it in. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Yeah, the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner goes down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Motion from the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Not able to pop the big... They've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit.
Turning it on! They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. At the 40, there he goes. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. Tulane right back to the line.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Toss sweep, try to get it outside to the right. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the play fake. Fires into the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown Green Wave.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Is Colorado ready for prime time or what? Ralphie and company are running away with this one right now. They're up by 28 over Kentucky. We've got...
And the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock. Got enough space. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12.
Let's go.
To the ground with the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Burrow. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an... play for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. The Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous... the consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got his man across the middle. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. They'll give it to the back. All kinds of room to the right. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile on.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. They stopped the return right there, and that will